Sign up today for the Rudiments of Ancient Astronomy course and take advantage of our 50% off. The 50% discount is for a limited time, and you will receive the full course for only $99.99 United States dollars. The Rudiments of Ancient Astronomy, professionally done. The graphics are definitely top-notch. Email us, priestisaacInstitute@gmail.com. Designed for the mature mind and also for the young thinker. So before we conclude tonight now, let us look at the Ancient Astronomy Natal Chart readings within the PDF and the flipbook formation. Now, what I have on the screen is the flipbook. Can everyone see it? You could just let me know in the comments, let me know in the side chat. Can everyone see it? And again, thank you for all those who participated in this session this evening. And of course, thank you to Ms. Samuels, your coordinator, who brought all of you together. I am honored for the invitation, and I hope we can do it again. Very, very honored. So this is how the Ancient Astronomy Natal Chart booklet will look. And I'm utilizing the readings of one of my clients, really. And obviously, I would take out their name. You could see where it says at the bottom, your name. So this is where your name would be. And it begins with an introduction. This is the ancient astronomical natal chart of, and you see name. He/she was born on the 23rd day of March, 1993, 7 a.m. So obviously, many people were born at that time. Exact time too. So this could apply to many people. Maybe it may apply to you, he's and she's. This manual will display the snap photo of each planet, the sun, and the moon in their position at the moment of nativity, when the person was born. This includes the constellation that the astronomical object was in, plus its exact coordinates, declination, and right ascension. This manual also will give clear and precise interpretation to the position of each object in connection to its constellation. A guide of each planet, its assigned constellation, and its characteristics will follow the interpretation. What you see on the right is actually the rendition of the Sumerian cuneiform tablets. How many of you know about the Sumerian cuneiform tablets? The ancient tablets. And we're talking about tablets that highlight the presence of the sun and the planets, even in what you would call a heliocentric solar system, not a geocentric, which was thought to be the position of the Earth being the central figure, and all things would have, revolved and rotated around it. No, but the science of today would have highlighted that we are in a solar system where the sun is at the center, but the science of 7,000 years ago already highlighted that on the Sumerian tablets, ancient Sumer, which is in the area which is known as Iraq today. And you see the sun at the center and all of the planets from Mercury to Pluto, even Ceres is highlighted in this ancient civilization, which, according to contemporary knowledge, this is supposedly the oldest civilization that is on the planet. So when we go through the booklet now, you could see that we give, as we promised, a snapshot, precise snapshot of the position of the sun, the moon, and the planets. And we also give the exact celestial coordinates of these objects, the right ascension and the declination. So, for example, you have for the sun, the right ascension, 0 hours, 9 minutes, 19.3 seconds. And why it's 0 hours? Because again, this is the time of the equinox. So the sun is actually on the celestial equator. So 0 hours, 9 minutes, 19.3 seconds. And then you also have the declination, which is positive 1 degree, and 0 minutes, 31.3 seconds. That's how you read the celestial coordinates. It's the latitude and the longitude of the heavens, right ascension and declination. The same thing for the moon. As you can clearly see, the moon is with the sun in Pisces. This was also a time of the new moon. So this natal child, that's what we refer to the person whose birthday we're dealing with, the natal child. This natal child was born at an interesting time when the moon and the sun were together, a new moon, and it was an equinox, the 23rd day of March. The sun was on the equator. That's why it's basically 0 hours. So the moon, we have its coordinates here as well, right? Ascension and declination. And of course, the same thing can be said of Mercury. The planet Mercury, we have its coordinates here as well, the our angle as well, and all the information that you would need for understanding the position of these specific planets. Mercury was in Aquarius. Saturn was very close. In Aquarius, you have Venus as well in Pisces. All of this is important, and we will highlight the importance in a moment. Mars was seen in Gemini, right in between Gemini. Gemini is seen as two male figures hugging up each other. But in reality, in the ancients, Gemini is a man and a woman, male and female, not Castor and Pollux, but Huan Sa. The ancient Sumerians and Akkadians refer to Gemini as Huan Sa, male and female. In ancient Kemet, we say Shu and Tefnut, male and female. All information here. Jupiter was in the constellation of Virgo, another equinox constellation. Saturn, as you could see right there, coming off of the horns of Capricorn, Uranus in Sagittarius, Neptune in the same, and Pluto can be seen there just between the serpent holder and Libra, but technically in Libra. And then you have the astronomical interpretation thereof. Let me just give you a few. For example, the sun, I think we should give you the sun. The sun in Pisces, as you saw for yourself. The sun is the most important object among the natal planets. You see planet in inverted because the sun and the moon are seen as planets in that sort of language. Its sheer power and energy draws more of the qualities of its constellation out of it, the constellation itself. The sun is in the constellation of Pisces, the fishes, at the time of birth. This is only natural as it is the season of spring and the time of the equinox, which is equal day and night. The qualities of the sun are determination, leadership, ambition, and vitality. These, when applied, will assist in extracting the characteristics of Pisces. Pisces is governed by two planets, Neptune and Jupiter. The qualities of Pisces are expansion, growth, optimism, abundance, progress, dreams, intuition, imagination, and vision. So you can clearly see now, students, remember earlier at the beginning of the class, we were going into the connection with the different herbs and how they connect to the specific planets. And we showed you the makeup of the different herbs and the makeup of the hibiscus and the makeup of the nutmeg and which plant had a lot of sulfur and which plants had a lot of manganese and these different things and how they related to planets that are considered to be very high in certain elements because the universe, in fact, the elements are universal. And we are a part of the planet Earth. And we went through all of this. But the point I'm making, in the same way that your plants and grains and vegetables and fruits are connected to specific planets and the herbs connected to specific planets as the ancient ones, Imhotep and the great ones that preserved the ancient astronomical and medical herbs in that oneness throughout the ages, as we already see. The planets are also connected to your organs within your body, within your physical structure. It's the same way that constellation and planets react to certain characteristics. This is just natural. So I know we covered this already earlier, but I must bring back the example with the moon. And remember, Sister Stephanie was already giving that very profound example that she gave, and we are very thankful for that example of her experience with her family and the full moon and how it reacts with certain individuals. That's just a reality. And so the other planets react with our characteristics and our potentials as well and our abilities. This is just reality. Maybe it's something that the modern world hasn't really caught up with, but this is why this is ancient astronomy. Let's do Mercury. Mercury is in Aquarius. Mercury is the closest planet to the sun. It is referred to as the messenger. Its qualities are the mind, communication, intelligence, and reasoning. Aquarius, like Pisces, is ruled by two planets, Uranus and Saturn. The characteristics of Aquarius are that of both planets: structure, law, discipline, foundation, obligation, reformation, and rebellion against the system. The qualities of Mercury, when applied, will encourage the growth of the characteristics of Aquarius because Mercury is in Aquarius. So also see that we have the ancient Kemetic understanding of these planets as well. Montu is connected to Mars, and Amun-Ra is connected to Jupiter. Prior, you saw Tahuti connected to Mercury, the messenger, the wise one, Heru, which is Horus, connected to Venus, and Ra connected to the sun, which most ones know. Khonsu connected to the moon as well. Although we know the moon has its feminine qualities and so forth, and we have all the connections here, plus as I said, the interpretation. So this booklet gives you not just a vague reading of your sun star or your sun planet or whatever they term it as, but we would have gone into the vaults, the archives of ancient astronomy. That is why we could have earlier given you precise scientific evidence and proof, undeniable, why these plants are connected to these planets. So again, it is the same thing with your whole makeup. If your liver and your spleen and these things have a connection with Mars and Mercury, well then you in general, as a whole human being, must have some sort of connection with the astronomical celestial mathematics that was taking place at the time, not only when you came out of the womb, but also when you were conceived. Oh yeah, when you were conceived has another level to it. Readings somewhat similar, but it belongs in a different realm, a different dimension, because that conception, you were not even male or female yet. You were in the spiritual realms, coming into the physical formation. So at the same time, you look at this ancient astronomical flip book, you could see that we also explain to you, why it is that the combination of the planet and the constellation itself will produce these results, and what is just natural within you, plus what is hidden potential that you need to work on. All of this is explained within the ancient astronomical natal chart reading. It is really like a lesson here. It's almost like, not almost, it is a class you are learning. It's almost like somewhat of a course within itself. It is a class, but it's like a course within itself when you have your own ancient astronomical reading. This is just an example of someone's reading. When you get your own natal chart, obviously it would be your birthday and it would be the exact time. If you don't have the exact time, it makes the reading a bit broader, especially when it comes to the moon. So the precise time, at least morning or afternoon or night, that itself. So we definitely give thanks, life given the keeper of life. Now, what we want to do as well, let me just explain before we wrap this up. We also have a 50% off on the natal chart reading, a 50% off on the natal chart reading.
Blessed love, Honourable Priest Isaac, it's Sister Beulah here. Just come to share a few words regarding my natal chart, which was recently done. Thank you. But firstly, I have to make mention of the rudiments of ancient astronomy course that I completed, which ultimately woke my heavens to astronomy as a subject as a whole, and the ancient fundamentals of the universe, planets, stars, and all the other beautiful things I'm learning about. Yeah, the spring equinox, real like that. And just the effect that they have on us daily. Why I think it's really important you have some basic knowledge of astronomy before you get your natal chart reading done is so you will understand the straightforward mathematics that goes into the reading that Priest Isaac does for you. The natal chart reading is nothing to be viewed with any taboo or spookism. It just offers an in-depth astrological reading of the heavens at your time of birth, and the way the Honourable Priest Isaac is able to break down the planetary alignments and interpret how they should be showing up through you as an individual is just mind-blowing and accurate to your character. Trust me, it just adds deeper meaning to self. For me personally, getting my natal chart reading done and embarking on the principles of ancient astronomy as an ongoing study daily has been the best thing I could have ever done for me and my children. Rastafari. For these few words, I'm very thankful, and for crossing paths with the Priest Isaac Institute, I will forever be grateful for. Rastafari, Empress Menin Seal, blessed love. Thank you.
For all those who are planning to be with us in July, for the Lion of Judah tour from the 20th to the 29th, we have created a booklet answering all the questions that you would have as it relates to this upcoming tour. The itinerary is also included in the booklet. You can get the booklet in PDF form by emailing us priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. But in the description below the video, you have the link to the digital flipbook version of this booklet, The Lion of Judah Tour. You get all the information on where we will be going on our events. You have all the information as it relates to the special discounts, the 50%, the 40%, the 30%, and of course the full price, which is still very economical for the grand tour that you will be getting, the marvelous package that we would have put together for this upcoming Lion of Judah tour. So again, press the link in the description below for the online flipbook, or email us if you prefer the PDF, priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com.
Honorable Priest Isaac here, and I'm here with Brother Nakaya Yahawasha. And of course, how you felt about the tour, the different places we visited, the different parks, museums, churches, the Christ Mass. Give us your experience, my Lord.
Yeah, man, and bless up, Priest Isaac Institute, for coordinating, this year, necessary and islandful occasion, wherein I got the opportunity now, guidance and safety and security, to be able to forward here, into this year, I grounds, motherland, Ethiopia itself, and to touch in Ethiopia, and also to touch in very, very sacred grounds, such as the King's Palaces, because now I am, multiple palaces where the king, resided, meeting grounds, clothes that the king wore himself, so to touch on these different areas, go to the museums, also to the national, institutes, as well as, the space program to see what's going on, as well ancient, traditional Ethiopia, as well as where Ethiopia is heading for the future. Definitely, Iman, is personally encouraging Iman self to return here and making the necessary preparations to come forward to be here. So it's not just a dream, but a reality. So I can continue to learn, because there's no way, there's so much to learn. There's no way to learn and compact everything in just one tour. So I is looking forward to the future tours, not just the next tour, but the tours up on top of the tours, up on top of the tours.
Building.